Okay, so this is my level. I started the player up on a platform so they're away from everything else. They literally can't go anywhere else apart from down, so when they eventually decide to fall, it's a reasonable fall, so I hope that will like show people there's no fall damage if they're wondering that. There's a spike pit over here in case someone was wondering if spikes kill them. They definitely do. But of course there's no loss of progress if they decide to experiment so early on, so that's fine. I decided I'd put a door early on, as well as some hammers behind it, and both of those are activated by this lever. And I made sure they were in eyesight of the lever, so you could see that it was the lever activating both of these things, just to show the player that lever can activate that kind of stuff. And then I put a small jump here, like to show the player, like pretty much, mostly to show like the fact they can jump as well as the jump limit. It's like it's not very high. And the rail traps are generally quite easy to dodge. Like you can stand between them without issue as well. I put another heart here. And here I put a platform that leads to another level. There's a checkpoint there, so you don't have to redo the entire starting area again if you die further on. However, up here, if you wait for the platform to go back up, there is a secret, so you can find that. And here you've got to jump across these platforms. And you get to here, you get your hearts that are in case you've taken damage from previous traps. Here I put a chain so the player would have to crouch under it, because I was aware that they hadn't been forced to crouch before this point, and I thought that was pretty important because this next trap you have to crouch in order to live, and I thought they might be a bit annoyed if they were aware of crouching being a thing, and then got here and then died. However, also under the spike pit here, I added a secret. So you fall down, there's an armor pickup, there's another armor pickup, and a weapon pickup. I decided to light it with blue, just because I thought it would be a nice change from everything else, just to show off that it's like, you know, well done you found a secret area. And then there's a pressure plate that activates a concertina, and there was also in the foreground, there was some cogs activated by the button press as well. They start to rotate using hidden signal rotators. The jump pad is there just to make the ending of the level more interesting, so you're propelled right to the end of the level. However, if you do not decide to take the secret, there is more level behind that. So again, like, you should go past all this. And when you get here, instead of dropping down, if you just continue along, as I feel like most players will, you get another checkpoint, because the rail trap and the other jumping platform, well, like, if you're not so used to that kind of thing, they're not going to be very forgiving. And also the next two traps, if you know, you're quite likely to die on them, especially as they're new, like you hadn't seen these kind of trap before. So I just put some pendulums that are just active by default, just to get past. I made them like alternating. That one hit me there, which was unfortunate. I just thought it would be more interesting if they alternate as opposed to all swinging exactly at the same time in line with each other. I just feel like that would look pretty lazy. I also lit this area with like redder lights because I thought to kind of show this like the last kind of harder area. Here I put a load of squishes that you have to crouch under. Like, so you're going slow as to try and make it like tense, at least for most of it, so there's enough time. Like, so you can not crouch as they're right at the top, but the idea is that like it's only right at the end. So I mean, I managed to get myself crushed in the squishes, which was unfortunate. And then you get to the checkpoint down here, and then that leads on to this area, which is a lever that activates more pendulums, just to teach the player that this is a thing that can happen, because if they hadn't gone to the shortcut, they would have seen this as well, but with the concertina. But if they hadn't gone shortcut, they otherwise wouldn't have been taught this for theoretical later levels, where this kind of thing might happen. So I thought I'd show them in an environment where they could stand on the button without risk of being killed instantly by any traps. And again, this is another like corridor of pendulums. This is quite a few more, so it's meant to be more difficult to get through. And I lowered the floor here for this next bit, which is a jump pad that's activatable. So the same way with the lever, like you press it to jump across, and there's these rail spikes on the ground will kill me instantly, and this one will just damage me, but of course it will, if I'm lucky, knock me back onto this platform. If not, it will knock me down to the pit, which would be unfortunate. So I've got to time it when the rail trap is out of the way, so I can jump across the pit without dying like that, and it propels you. And then here is another jump pad to get back up to the end of the level, the same place that you would have ended up by going with a shortcut. And I decided to make this area like lighter because I just thought it's the end of the level, it's meant to look nice and like comforting to be in rather than foreboding. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Hopefully I did well, and this is not the worst level ever made.